You're listening to a spoiler-free episode of Microsodes.
Check back next week for the extended version with spoilers. When you see someone, you're like, oh, I give this a 5 out of 5, and they say, oh, I give this a 1 out of 5, and then you're like, what? And then you look at all the other ones, and you're like, well, I would never watch a movie with this person.
Definitely.
Completely different
I'd give
tastes.
this 0 stars if I could.
I'd give
Okay,
this
I mean
20 stars if I could.
Right. It's like we get it. Just give it the stars that you think the movie deserves. Welcome back.
Welcome.
Hey, it's great to see you.
It's great to see you. It's great to see all your lovely faces out there as well.
I was just going to say, I was talking to them, not you.
Oh, yeah, I was talking to them, not you. Good. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Awesome. Well, we are in the throes or the depths of Oscar season. Can you believe it?
I can. I couldn't before, and now I can because we have been looking more into this. Remember we were talking about that last episode about the Oscars?
Yeah.
I wasn't
like what the Oscars and the Emmys
versus the Golden Globes and the Academy Awards.
Right.
So that's another thing.
Well, today we're going to be reviewing one of the movies that's been nominated for quite a few Academy Awards.
Yes.
To win an Oscar, potentially.
Yes. And
it's a movie that has a kind of a different name title. So we looked it up so that way we would pronounce it correctly. It is called Bugonia.
I keep wanting to say begonia, like the flower, but it's not the flower.
It isn't.
And I will discuss more of that in my movie fact.
There you go. So I'm going to jump right into the movie details, if that works for you.
Sounds great.
Perfect. So once again, the name of the movie is Bugonia. Its release date was October 31st of 2025. The genres are dark comedy, satire, and sci-fi. It has a runtime of 1 hour and 59 minutes. It is rated R for bloody and violent content, including a suicide, grisly images, and language. The director, and I also looked up how to say this, is Yorgos Lanthimos, and he also made the movie The Lobster, Poor Things, which also starred Emma Stone, The Killing of Sacred Deer, and Dogtooth. Also, he has a lot of shorts and has worked with some pretty major musical entities, I guess. So those are his movies, and as of the release of this podcast, you can watch it for free on Peacock and Amazon Prime. Or for $5.99, you can watch it on Apple TV, Fandango at Home, the Google Play Store, and YouTube TV. And those are your movie details.
Great. So now it's time for Ashley's take. For Ashley's take on Bugonia, I said, the CEO of a Fortune 500 company is abducted by 2 men who believe she's an alien sent to Earth to destroy humanity and control the planet for corporate greed. But have these conspiracy theorists been listening to the wrong podcasts? That's it. That's all I have. So
Wow, did you take that from IMDb?
No.
Wow, that's very close.
Really?
Yeah, you're going to be very interested in this one.
Well, I would like to hear your synopsis, and then I will probably say a couple more things about the trailer, but I want to hear your synopsis first.
Okay, once again, this is not my synopsis. This is IMDb's synopsis.
Right.
Just to throw it out there.
Synopsis.
Yeah. 2 conspiracy-obsessed young men kidnap the high-powered CEO of a major company. Convinced that she is an alien intent on destroying planet Earth. End of synopsis. So, like I said, you did a pretty good job.
They didn't say the podcast thing at the end. I made that one up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure where you came up with that, but honestly, pretty well done.
Thank you. And pretty well done to them as well.
Okay.
That was really dumb. I'm so sorry. So after watching the trailer, first of all, I have to say, I did get emotional, and I'm going to try not to get emotional now.
Okay. You were emotional during the trailer when you were watching it on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay. Why?
It was, I think, the combination of the song mixed with the video transitions. Like,
Okay.
they would show part of the video as a normal trailer does. And then it would have, like, a black screen with someone's name, you know, Emma Stone or Jesse Plemons or whatever it says.
Sure.
And the way that those transitions hit, when the beat hit certain notes or certain parts of the song, like, my God. I don't know. It's just like, even thinking about it now makes me really emotional. And I don't know why. It doesn't make me, it's not like I'm super happy or super sad. Like, the trailer just tells you about a movie, but the way that the song works with the visuals is really, like, intense. At least it was for me. So I'll link the official trailer in our show notes so you can watch it. But I also noticed, or I also read, that the song featured in the trailer, Good Luck Babe by Chappell Roan. Emma Stone chose that song and asked the director if she could include that in the film, and they put it in the trailer.
Wow.
She wanted to feature that song in the film so much. And I think the way the song's, like, rhythm goes and the visuals, I don't know. If you don't want to see this movie, you don't have to, but you have to watch this trailer. It's making me emotional talking about it now. Because I just watched it again. My God, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. You're allowed to feel like that.
It's a very intense, visually, audibly entertaining trailer. And I think, I don't know, if you're in tune with emotions or you're very hyper emotional like I am, apparently, I think you'll really enjoy it. Because even if you don't want to see the movie, the trailer is so well done.
Yeah, it really is incredible. And I'm glad that you're able to see something. I mean, that's what watching movies is supposed to be about. It's supposed to evoke emotion and, you know, thoughts, like what we were talking about with One Battle After Another, conversations.
Yeah.
And so maybe just at that point with whatever you were feeling in that exact moment.
No, because I thought about it before we even watched the movie. I felt like that.
Well, there you go. That's what cinema is there for.
Yeah. Sometimes you can't explain it, I guess. Well, I really enjoyed that synopsis. Now, on to movie facts.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you, IMDb.
I'm glad to know I was somewhat close. My first movie fact is that Bugonia is a remake of the South Korean film called Save the Green Planet, with symbolism about corporate greed, humanity's self-destruction, and rebirth from decay.
Whoa.
Like bees from an ox carcass, which actually brings me back to my second movie fact, so I'll tell you later.
Okay, so your movie fact was that this is a remake of a movie called The Green Planet, and there's bees on an ox cart?
Yes.
Okay.
I probably should have said my first movie fact. I'm just going to say both of my movie facts right now, and then you can say both of yours, if that's all right.
Sure. I mean,
we'll do things differently today.
Hey, that sounds good to me.
Okay, so my second movie fact is that Bugonia actually is not the flower. Bugonia, with an E, Begonia, refers to a popular genus of flowering plants, while Bugonia is an ancient Greek term for the spontaneous generation of bees from an ox carcass, later adopted as the title for the film.
That's so interesting.
That's how they got the name Bugonia. Like birth from decay, and they had a lot of bees for the symbolism. So it wasn't flowers at all. It had nothing to do with flowers. If anyone was questioning that, it doesn't.
Huh. That's the first time I've ever heard that. So I guess I would have asked, are you sure it was bees and not just flies? But okay.
I know. No, it said Bugonia refers to an ancient Greek belief that bees spontaneously generate from a dead ox, symbolizing rebirth from corruption. Specifically.
Okay.
which ties into the themes in the movie, Bugonia.
Right.
It's a millennia-old Mediterranean belief.
Interesting.
Yorgos Lanthimos, he's Greek, and that's why he specifically used the Greek myth for the
Right.
ox. Right. Just in case
Yeah.
I missed that.
No, I think you kind of touched on it.
Which brings Jesse Plemons' character, because in the trailer you see he's a beekeeper, or that's his hobby, or that's his thing. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know specifically about if
I don't think we saw any ox carcasses in the film, but I mean, did you?
Well,
I didn't. I can't recall.
I don't believe so.
But we did see bees, so there you go.
There you go. And also my nickname. So that's cool.
Yes.
There you go. All right. So I will go through my movie facts. I have a quick one and then two little bit longer ones. So bear with me. My quick movie fact is that there were multiple specific scenes, like the hair shaving scene, and a large majority of the rest of the film was filmed on VistaVision. Like what we talked about with One Battle After Another.
That is amazing.
Yeah, they got into a little bit of stuff. I didn't do the deep dive all the way, but they said that actually Bugonia was the most utilized VistaVision film since the 1961 movie like Smoking Aces or something like that. But I was like, well,
more than one battle?
that's the reason why I said I have to do more research into that, because when it came up I was like, well, I thought the whole thing was filmed in it, but in this movie they said they only used it for most of the movie, not every single scene. So
in Bugonia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure. It was just a quick movie fact because we just mentioned it in One Battle After Another. And it's kind of nice seeing the VistaVision come back because it really does bring a lot of incredible filmmaking and cinematography to the screen.
And now that you say that, it makes a lot of sense because both of these movies had different cinematographers, I assume. I didn't look into cinematography. I should have, but I assume that they have different ones.
Yeah, I think so because I'm going to do, my next fact is going to be about the production designer.
Oh,
so
okay.
We'll see.
The reason I say that is because if they both have different cinematographers, but their cinematography is both really good, it's probably because it's not even that VistaVision did it. It's because the cinematographers that are so good know how to use VistaVision. You know what I mean? The only people who know how to use VistaVision are probably really astute cinematographers.
Yeah, it definitely. I mean, the last time it was filmed that way was in 1961, so you'd have to have a historian of the, basically the film industry. And then you'd have to really want to shoot it that way. So hats off to those guys who did another incredible movie with VistaVision. Maybe it'll make a comeback.
That's so cool.
I agree. All right. So that was my quick movie fact. My first movie fact is that James Price, who's the production designer on this movie, was also the production designer on Poor Things, Speak No Evil.
Oh, we saw that one.
And The Iron Claw.
We saw that one too.
I know.
We got to watch Poor Things. It actually got a higher rating on IMDb than this movie did.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see because I know nothing about it. I don't know anything about it either, but he was the production designer on those films, and the house that Teddy and Dawn lived in was actually built from scratch. He built that house from the foundation up.
Whose house?
The house that they had Emma Stone in.
They built that?
Yeah, from the ground up.
Wow.
And what he did was he incorporated throughout the whole house little hexagons to remind you of
the bees.
The bees.
That is so interesting because I did notice that. I noticed like little things, but I noticed shit like that all the time. So I wasn't putting two and two together, but that is so interesting.
Yeah. So he built that whole set by hand.
Wow.
And then the hexagons are supposed to remind you of the honeycomb. Additionally, Emma Stone's house that she lives in that they go and abduct her from. That's an actual house. There's a CEO of a Fortune 100 company. They didn't want to release where it was at. But the CEO of a Fortune 100 company, that's their actual house.
I feel like I saw the license plates, and I know that the license plates changed, but it looked like it was Washington State. So I wonder if it's Seattle.
I mean, it might be. I'm not 100% sure. It was just that was like an actual house, and they wanted to have the juxtaposition between them.
Did they have all of that gym equipment in there?
Yes. The whole house is real.
But they didn't add that?
No. All of that, everything that was in there was 100% that person's house. They didn't have to add anything to it.
Someone lives that way?
Yes.
I am blown away. Like, you think people like that live that way, but what?
Well, I mean, we saw it in, shout out to all those people who watch Mr. Robot, but that's the way the lawyer was living from E Corp.
Oh, you're right.
The same exact
From season
kind of
2.
house. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
And so,
I mean, that is just, but that's also on TV. Like, that's an actual person's house. Like, I saw it on Mr. Robot. I was like, oh yeah, but it's not a real person either.
right.
It's also a character.
Yeah.
So people really do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you watch movies, or not movies, but TV shows like The Bachelor and stuff, the places where they film those are real places. It's not just a set.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there you go. That's my first movie fact. And for my second movie fact, before the Fantastic Fest screening, organizers provided a barber to give attendees a full head shave, emulating Emma Stone's character's look in the movie and providing a fully immersive experience. They said many of the attendees signed up and shaved their heads right before they went into the actual screening of the movie.
Wow. Do you think they were paid to do that?
It's funny that you asked that because I don't think so with this specific fact, but I did see that there was somewhere where they would let people get into the movie for free if they would shave their heads.
Like that. That reminds me of the one you mentioned about The Long Walk.
Oh, right. Yeah, where they
getting very immersive.
Yeah, where you have to, and that it was, you walk at the 3.0 pace for the entirety of the movie and you get it for free. But if you stop for any reason or you need to get off, then you have to pay.
I mean, something like The Long Walk, I wouldn't even want to watch that now, thinking about how exhausting it would be to walk that, and just literally watching someone walk it feels excruciating for me. Just watching it. Imagine having to do it too.
Well, I think the thing is, if I'm right about this, then awesome. If I'm not, then let us know in the comments. But I think if you walk at a 3.0 pace, every 10 minutes, you're going to walk about a half a mile.
Oh, right. Because, I mean, if you're in the theater, it's only 2 hours or whatever. It's not like you're on the thing for a month like they are, or 2 months. I don't know how long they're walking for.
Yeah.
Longer than an hour.
Yeah, definitely longer than an hour and a half. So, yeah, I'm not sure how far that would go, but I think at least at the gym that I attend, on the treadmill, if you walk at 3.0, I think when you get to 10 minutes, you're at about a half a mile.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, yeah. So that was just another thing that they threw in there. So that way people could have a fully immersive experience and also, kind of experience what happened with Emma Stone.
Yeah. I saw an interview, I don't know, on like a late night show.
Okay.
He was interviewing Emma Stone and he was like, do you really like shave your head? And she's like, yeah. And she was just talking about how cool it was just to shave her head.
Well, I heard a bunch of different stories about that because of the VistaVision thing. Because they had to get it done in one shot. They had 4 VistaVision cameras, but because they were so moody, it took a while for them to set it up, and she had a panic attack on set because she didn't know if she wanted to do that. Additionally, she didn't want to disrespect the cancer community because her mom had cancer, and when she was going through chemotherapy, also lost her hair. So she was also hoping that it wasn't going to affect her relationship with her mom or disrespect any kind of community. But then when she did it, she said she felt very empowered and wanted to keep on. Like, she was like, if it was something that I thought would get me more roles, or if it was something I was very comfortable in, I would continue to do this because it makes me feel very like free and fierce.
That's so cool. Those are very interesting movie facts that you didn't even bring up.
No, I try to do a lot of deep diving into things because I really enjoy this. And I think sometimes when you get the opportunity to educate people on films, and not even saying it in any way about their morality of the film or what they thought about it, but maybe just a little bit more about what goes into it and how the actors felt. I feel like it brings a little bit more substance to the movie and to the characters.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, before we move on to the review, I wanted to say, I'm so sorry. The cinematographer for Bugonia, his name is Robbie Ryan. And then the one for One Battle After Another, it was Michael Bowman. So they are two different cinematographers.
Makes sense.
Those are some great movie facts.
Thank you.
On to review.
Let's do it. Right, you ready?
I guess so.
For the old Bugonia.
Bugonia.
So for story, I'm going to read what I put down for story because I think it'll help explain a little bit about what was going through my mind. I mean, this story was up, down, left, sideways. It was all over the place.
Completely agree.
Yeah. So I said, this was an incredibly riveting story, and it does such a good job of keeping you glued to your seat throughout the film. As they say, truth is stranger than fiction, and you can totally see that throughout the movie. The podcast that Teddy was listening to was called Tinfoil Hats and was made back in 2022. So there are so many stories that are ripped it from our own headlines about the cabal and the lizard people living in Antarctica that it totally seems like something that could happen. They did such a good job of taking something that I think we deal with a lot on not only podcasts, but TV. You know, are aliens out there? Here's a big conspiracy theory. You know, don't want to get in trouble with too much of what we say on here, but there's been a lot of things in the news about secret organizations running the world. So
yeah,
I just feel like with all the information that's out there and all the conspiracy theories that are out there, there's bound to be some nuggets of truth.
Yeah.
In some of it somewhere.
That's so true.
So what did you think about the story?
So I wrote, first off, I was so interested in this movie because of the incredible trailer and because of the sci-fi conspiracy, America's obsession with power and corporate greed. This topic/genre is right up my alley. So going into this movie, I thought it was going to be about like what we were talking about, conspiracy theorists, capitalism, and American obsession with power and greed.
Right.
But I feel like somehow it ended up being exactly what I had hoped it would be about, but even more unpredictable and also incredibly unexpected.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think they did an incredible job creating something that was truly an original idea.
Yes.
You can walk away from this movie with a bunch of different things, and it could come from your environment, what you research, what you read or consume as far as media. You can have all kinds of different takeaways. And I think, there's a lot of people online that had some very strong opinions one way and the other. But I think kind of like what we did talked about with weapons, or it's always good when you have a movie that makes you think and gets you talking.
I completely agree.
And so as long as there's a conversation to be had behind it,
yes,
I think that's what makes a movie a movie.
Yes. It's like it served a purpose of making someone feel.
Right.
Whether it's good or bad or happy or sad, I don't know. That's probably from a song or something.
I'm sure.
It just, I guess, draws an emotion out of you, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
It makes you think, and I think being curious and, I don't know, having conversations with people about, like, important things, or, like, maybe not important, but controversial things.
Right.
It kind of helps you learn and, I don't know, be more creative with your mind. Like, think creatively and see how everyone else interpreted it, and see, like, how your minds go to one specific place based on the history that you have in your life and what you've experienced.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about with the environments you were raised in and what you choose to consume as far as media, be it books or TV shows or what you watch or listen to. It really does affect your worldview in a lot of different ways. So when people see this, it could affect them one way for one person and something totally different for someone else, which I think is really cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think it kind of leads me into the very next thing with acting, which was the story couldn't have been written that way without the actors to back it up. And I wrote, there isn't much for me to say other than this was a masterclass of acting. The palpable tension in the scenes, the way that they can transition from one scene to another and immediately draw the viewer back into it was incredible. Additionally, Aidan Delbis delivers another absolutely amazing performance like Sarah Wong in Chase Infinity. Just incredible. He was part of the Miracle Project in LA, which is a fully inclusive theater and performing arts studio for people with autism and other disabilities.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, so he went to high school and another couple of years at that acting academy, but they said that they had a feeling he was going to be really, really good.
Wow. I mean, he was.
Yeah.
He was so good. And it's cool that, I mean, I'm not sure how far you dove into this, but does he have any other credits? Acting credits?
I think that he had one or two other small roles. This was his major role, but it looked like he had something coming out later on in the year as well.
Oh, good.
Later on in 2026.
Okay. I mean, that is so cool because, yeah, he and Sora Wong.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Chase
were
Infinity too.
And Chase Infinity. And they were so good.
Yeah, that's the reason why I thought for a newcomer to the screen, it was just so incredibly good. And I applaud him for sticking with it and really, I mean, those are some pretty big names that are there.
Yes.
And, Academy Award nominees and Academy Award winners.
Right.
And, to almost steal the scenes that you're in with them because you're doing such an incredible job. I mean, hats off to him. And it also, got to give a shout out to the bees.
Oh, yeah. They did a fantastic job.
That's right. As they always do.
Making honey and, staying in character the whole time.
That's right.
They really did. I don't think the bees were miscast.
I don't think so. Not on this feature film.
Yeah. I should also let you know, Sora Wong and what is his name? Aidan?
Yes.
I think those two were they didn't really have acting credits before these particular films.
Yes.
But Chase Infinity was on the first season of Presumed Innocent.
Okay.
So she did have, and
was
that
before she was in one battle?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's where they found her.
I see. Okay.
But yes, he did a fantastic job, and they are or actor award nominees or Academy Award nominees at least both of them, aren't they?
Jesse Plemons.
Yeah,
and
I know.
I don't think I'm not 100% sure if he's been nominated yet. People thought he was going to get nominated this year and he didn't.
Yeah, I mean he had a fantastic performance.
Yeah.
I would nominate everyone.
Yeah, I mean it was incredible.
Okay, back to Bugonia. I think all of the characters really worked well together. Not only were they great actors on their own, but they worked really well together. And
definitely
their performances made, I mean, every detail of their acting, from their body language to their micro expressions to the way they're saying the lines, it was so real.
Yeah.
So real. Like this is like one of those movies where you feel immersed in the scene.
Oh yeah.
I never ever saw their person, like their actual person in these characters. I only saw the characters.
Yeah, and I second that so much, and I put that in my writing and dialogue.
Okay.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, okay. I said I can't remember seeing a movie that the actors say so much without having to say so much.
Yes.
It was like their facial features, the way that they were interacting with their physical environment, and then also with each other. The looks that they could give each other, you could read on their faces what was going on, but also the way that it was written was that they could go from, being angry to sadistic.
Yes.
But then being civilized all in one, scene, kind of like when they were sitting at dinner.
Yes, there were so many emotions that felt uncomfortably real.
Right.
And you're right. It didn't need a whole lot of lines to get the message across.
Exactly. That's what I said in my writing and dialogue, was just that they were able to say so much without having to say so much. And I think that that's a microcosm of the script.
Yes.
And what they're writing, and then also the freedom that they give the actors.
Yes.
But all of that put together with the story just made for something incredible to watch. And like you said, I was immersed in it the entire time.
Yes. It was one of the movies that, I don't know, really stood out for me this year, especially this year, but in general.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I guess I said the same thing. This movie uses just enough dialogue and relies mostly on body language and silence to communicate emotion.
Absolutely.
I think what you were saying about how they allowed the actors to be like the freedom to truly like embody the character by not forcing too much dialogue on them.
Absolutely.
It allows the actor to get into the mind of that character and truly be that character.
Yeah, it's difficult when people overwrite, and you can see it because the actors kind of struggle with it too. There's so much, language. It's so difficult for someone to embody that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I had for writing and dialogue.
Well, I am going to go ahead and jump right into direction and visuals then, right before our final category of overall score. Oh, yeah. All right. So I put it on here. There's a bunch of tiny notes that I wrote to myself throughout the movie, but I think the fact that some of it was filmed in VistaVision, kind of like what we talked about with One Battle After Another, and there's been a couple other movies that have used it, but the grittiness that they got from just the natural world, and then the juxtaposition of having everything be bright and vibrant.
Yes.
And then you go into the basement and it's surgical and dark. It's so strange to me because they did such a good job of keeping the story almost in 4 different spots for the most part. And
okay. What are those spots?
So her work, her home.
Yes.
His home.
Yes.
And just basically the outside and the inside of that. And I guess the places that he rode his bike to.
Yeah.
But that was it.
Yeah.
So they were able to create this whole universe within 5 different sets.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was so incredibly cool to do that. So visually it was stunning. And the only way that you're able to convey everything that we've talked about so far with the story, the writing and dialogue and the acting is if the director knows what the hell they're doing. And so I think that Yorgos did a fantastic job directing this, and visually it was absolutely stunning.
Yes, absolutely. I think what stood out to me was seeing her house and her work. Everything was so sterile. It had blue lighting. Everything was very minimal. It was very empty. And it's because, and I'll finish my thought and then I'll tell you my analysis.
Okay.
So then we have Teddy's house, which is so cluttered. It has dim, kind of warm lights, warm white instead of blue light, like her office. There's stuff on the walls. There's wallpaper. There are piles of papers everywhere. There's a lot of, it's basically just very cluttered.
Right.
And it made me think, if you have a lot of money, you have the ability to buy new things anytime you want. So if you have something, you're like, is it worth keeping it around? I can get rid of that hair straightener. It was only $180. It doesn't matter. But if you're poor, you keep everything just in case you need it because you can't afford to buy another one.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I also think that's being wasteful versus not being wasteful as well.
Yeah, but of course, not being wasteful, that's the most important. But I feel like a lot of people, that's not reality.
Right.
They just can get rid of whatever, especially someone in that kind of status.
Mm-hmm.
they don't have to worry about money, so they are able to have such neat, tidy, and sterile environments.
Right.
So I thought like the visuals on that were amazing. Also, I wrote they even used small, somewhat insignificant visual details, like when they were drinking soda. Michelle drank from a highball glass with ice and a straw, and Teddy drank from the can. It was like something so small, but so important.
Huh.
Like
That's
the
interesting.
littlest details, because they were both probably drinking the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Actually, I think maybe they did pour a can, but it's just, you use a lot of it, just like what you said, very wasteful.
Right. It can be, for sure.
Yeah. I think also for direction, one part really stood out to me where I felt like I have no idea on earth where the next scene is going to be.
Yeah.
I had no idea. It was so unique. It was so well filmed. Everything was very specific.
Yeah, absolutely.
And every minute detail meant something to the whole, I guess, like the set decoration too, and the props and everything like that. They did a fantastic job.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more. I think you made a lot of great points there too about how they're using the visuals to, represent different classes. I mean, not to get too far into it, but he believes that she's a queen or an empress alien. So he's going to try to treat her with respect as well, So,
yeah. So that's it. That's what I have for direction and visuals. For my overall score for the movie Bugonia, I gave it a 5.0.
Whoa.
I loved this movie. I think it was so unpredictable. It was so like meticulously crafted both visually and like directionally. It had incredible sound, it had incredible visuals, it had incredible acting. I think the script writer did a great job. I mean, the only notes I have are that everyone should see this movie because I really like it. So
I am right there with you. I scored it as a 5.0 as well.
You did?
I did. I'll read you what I wrote. I said 5.0. There weren't a lot of things for me to do in this movie except for sit back and be entertained. Every category that we mentioned seemed like a revelation to me, and it absolutely would be a multiple time watch for me, and I'm excited to see some of the other movies that Yorgos Lanthimos has made or will make. Would highly recommend.
Yes, I wrote that down too.
Well, that is incredible. I'm glad that we both rated it exactly the same. I think the last time we did that was The Fall Guy.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. And I really, like, those were the best movies for me.
I know. They were so good.
You know what? Oh, yes. Those are the top two. And then I also gave Weapons a 5.
Yeah, I think I rated it just a little bit lower.
I may have given
pretty close.
Yeah. Now thinking back on it, well, you know what? I can't change my answer for 5.0. I can't change it because if I haven't watched it in a while. You know, when you haven't seen something in a while, you're like, nah, it's probably not that great.
Yeah. Well, if I start going back to the movies I watched when I was a child, they aren't that great. But, everything evolves.
That's true. Including humans.
That's true. And I think that there's some evolution in the reviews that we're about ready to read. Well, let's get to what some of our awesome audience members thought about this. I have a bonus 1 star, if you'd like.
I would love.
Okay. So, this is your bonus 1 star review. Pure garbage. I got tired of the narrating and turned it off after 30 minutes. End of review.
Tired of the narrating? Where was the narrating in this?
I honestly don't know.
Okay, so we're in the middle of watching Mr. Robot right now. Not literally right in this moment, but in this time period we're just starting season 4.
Right.
But I immediately thought, oh, the narration. That's the part I love. Oh, wait, we're talking about Bugonia.
Yeah.
We're not even talking about Mr. Robot. Like, I don't even know what kind of narration they're talking about.
I don't know either. But here's another one that's more concise.
Oh, good. More concise than that.
Well, when I mean concise, I mean they were able to really get their point across about their feelings of the movie.
Oh, no. Oh, quickly. Very quickly and probably very boldly, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Bugonia is a chaotic mess that mistakes weirdness for wit. The plot lurches from one half-baked idea to the next. The tone is smug instead of smart. And whatever point it's trying to make gets buried in the non-stop nonsense. It's a kind of movie that thinks being random equals being clever, when really it's just all kinds of stupid. End of review.
I think they're wrong.
Well, listen, everyone's entitled to their opinions.
I think they didn't understand that person doesn't know what metaphors are.
Okay.
How would you describe them?
Listen, just with everything that we do, everyone is entitled to their own opinion.
They are, but what's your opinion about their opinion?
I think it's a really bad one.
I agree.
I wouldn't say it's really bad. I would just say I think sometimes people just need to take a step back and enjoy a movie for what it is. Now,
Right.
there might be undertones or things that you can read into it, but at the very end of it, you thinking that something is stupid instead of witty is just your own opinion. I didn't agree with your opinion, but it is your opinion. So off you go with your 1-star review.
Yeah.
Also, there was another 1-star review in there that said bad movie and then 16 dots. And then in parentheses, I had to write this for the characters. End of
Again?
parentheses. Yeah.
Just like you know, everyone, character counts and characters count.
Evidently. My goodness. All right. What about you? What's your 1-star review?
Okay. Even sitting doing nothing is better. This movie has nothing to it. It is not funny. It does not keep you in suspense. The story isn't captivating. The atmosphere is just lame. Me and my wife went to see this in a cinema. Complete waste of time and 24 euros. We both hated it. Worse than throwing up from Bailey's Irish Cream. It was just bad, bad, bad. End of review.
Wow. I mean, it didn't disappoint. That's what I was hoping to get out of it. Throwing up from drinking too much Bailey's Irish Cream. Yeah, it curdles in your stomach. What's wrong with you? And also, who's just chugging Bailey's Irish Cream?
It curdles in your stomach?
Well, I don't know if it does, but I know it curdles when you put it into a car bomb.
Oh my gosh, I never thought about that.
Yeah, I mean, who's going to drink? I mean, that is a very sweet drink. And if you're chugging it, yeah, I mean, that might make you throw up off of it. And additionally, it's my wife and I, not my wife and me.
Yeah, me and my wife.
Because me didn't go to the movie theater.
Yeah,
anyway,
me and my wife.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
My wife and I.
At any rate,
That's why they
it
didn't
wasn't
understand.
you didn't get any kind of cinematic experience out of it. You didn't like anything that had to do with the movie.
Yeah, it was very overwhelmingly vague.
Right.
Like, this movie has nothing to it, okay? It is not funny. It does not keep you in suspense. Did it say it was a suspenseful comedy? Not really.
I mean, it did say it's a dark comedy.
Yeah, not a suspenseful comedy.
Right. I mean, I'm not going to get into the minutia of what this person's opinion is, because
You're
that's what their opinion is. Once again, I don't think I would agree with that, because at least you're going to get something out of this.
Yeah. Well, they got that they didn't like it. At least we
And
know
maybe
that.
that's what you get out of it.
Exactly.
All right. I'm going to move on to my 5-star review, if that's okay with you.
Sounds fantastic to me.
All right. This is one of the most spellbinding movies I've ever seen. Jesse Plemons owns it. His performance is phenomenal. And the score is terrifying. I wasn't expecting the ending, which made it all the more dramatic. I hope it wins some Oscars. End of review.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good one. They mentioned the music. I don't know about the music overall in the movie. I don't remember it being that overwhelmingly like noticeable.
Mm-hmm.
The music from the trailer, I mean, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, I think the
But-
music for me in One Battle After Another was more memorable
Mm-hmm.
just because I felt like it went on for so long
Yeah.
and you felt like kind of like anxious watching it. I
Yeah.
didn't really feel like that in this specifically, but I'm sure if we rewatched it, maybe I would pick up on it a little bit more.
Yeah, because the music in the trailer really was very impactful to me.
Right.
And I remember them playing Green Day at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And other than those two things, I can't really remember. So, I mean, like we said earlier, I absolutely love this movie and would definitely watch it again. So I'm excited to listen for the music the next time we watch it.
Absolutely. What about you? What's your 5-star review?
Okay. This is my 5-star review.
Awesome.
Great movie, great message.
Okay.
This movie does almost everything right for me. The acting is excellent, the plot is engaging, and the message behind the story is genuinely meaningful. What stands out the most is how open the film is to interpretation. I remember why I picked this one. What stands out the most is how open the film is to interpretation. Viewers can think about its themes in different ways, but at the same time, it works just as well if you're simply looking to be entertained. The story itself is exciting and unpredictable, taking the audience on a wild ride, even if it starts a bit slowly. Overall, it is a fantastic film and one I would strongly recommend. End of review.
Wow.
And I think that one really aligned with my review as well.
Yeah.
Like, the ending could have been interpreted completely differently by anyone.
Right.
And I think that's what definitely stuck with me the most.
That makes sense. I'm glad you found a review that was aligned with the way that you thought about the movie too. That's always fun.
I like that. I always like finding ones that are kind of more aligned.
Yeah, because I mean, there's so many things that are out there that it could be interpreted negatively or anything else like that. But it's always nice to find ones that you're like, hey, I would go see a movie with that person. Seems like they like this movie the same way that I do.
Exactly. Or when you see someone, you're like, oh, I give this a 5 out of 5. And they say, oh, I give this a 1 out of 5. And then you're like, what? Okay, let me look at the other ones that they're doing. And then you look at all the other ones and you're like, well, I would never watch a movie with this person.
Definitely.
We have completely different
I'd give
tastes.
this 0 stars if I could.
I'd give
Okay.
this
I mean,
20 stars if I could.
right.
It's like-
we get it. Just give it the stars that you think the movie deserves.
Yeah. The most cliche thing. I would give it 0 stars if I could.
Right.
Everyone says that. Choose another comeback.
Yeah.
Choose another
Opening.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know why I did that. I'm
Oh
so
yeah,
sorry.
it was. She also pulled down her sunglasses. She wears aviators inside at night. I don't know why, but she does.
I like keeping my eyes shaded from the glow of the TV at night. No, I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, the TV isn't on right now.
it's okay.
Okay, that's what the issue was with what I said. Just letting you know.
There we go.
Thanks.
Okay, I think we're good.
I think so too. Well, it's been fun.
Aces. It's always fun.
And we will see you on the next
Microsode.
Microsode.
Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do.